I've asked you to look at three music videos in this module, and I thought I would talk about them a little bit here. So I asked you to look at these three regarding love and hate in music, and the three were Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD, How to Love by Lil Wayne, and She Keeps Me Warm by Mary Lambert. And I asked you to listen and pay particular attention to some metaphors. Um, so these are my comments to go along with your viewings. I hope you enjoyed the viewings. I especially like these still shots that we have from the videos. The first one I'll turn to is Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD, who was born Gerard Higgins in Chicago. And he has been nominated as Best New Hip Hop Artist, at the 2018 BET Hip Hop Awards. And this song in particular, this was his breakout song, Lucid Dreams. It was nominated for Song of the Summer at the 2018 MTV Awards. So what I find so interesting about this particular song and video are particularly the metaphors and imagery. So the title itself is Lucid Dreams, and a lucid dream is sort of like a waking dream. It's that state of paralysis that we're often in, sometimes between being awake and being asleep. This sort of acute awareness of our surroundings, but we're not mobile. Oftentimes people consider it fairly frightening, and it does have to do with sort of notions of paralysis. So we have this metaphor going on throughout. It's even the title. The video itself really has a lot of elements of the horror film and hallucinations or drug hallucinations. So we're building really interesting images and metaphors about love and hate. I wanted to call your attention particularly to the line where it's to the point where I love you and I hate you. And I put this song first because it makes me think of Robert Frost, Fire and Ice. These two things that seem to be opposite but are somehow really connected. And Juice WRLD is certainly connecting them here. When interviewed about love and hate, he said, because I mean, you could be attached to somebody, that's no good, and you can't help your feeling at the end of the day. It's like, you know, you know that they're not good, and that goes for anything, even outside of the boyfriend or girlfriend relationship. So we sometimes have really mixed feelings about this. The next video I asked you to look at was Lil Wayne's How to Love. Lil Wayne was born Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. in New Orleans. Some of you may be familiar with his work, which is usually a little bit more edgy. It can be very sexualized. It can be pretty raunchy and sometimes even rude. So this seems a little bit of a departure for him, but Lil Wayne has been nominated for numerous awards, Grammys, MTV Video Music Awards, BET Awards. He's won a variety like Best Lyricist, Best Rap Album, Videos of the Year. But How to Love is from his 2011 album, The Carter Four. So what struck me about this video in particular is the way in which he tells a story twice. And in that twice told, I see a lot of those connections between love and hate. We see violence, we see pain, we see joy. A lot of these things are just put up right against each other as the story is told. Once from a very painful point of view, and then second from a much more joyous point of view. The line I wanted to call your attention to was, you had a lot of crooks trying to steal your heart, never really had luck. And what this does in terms of love is we see love as something criminal, or that love is something to be stolen. So it has this negative connotation. And then by using the word luck, that's sort of an interesting thing. It's something that just happens upon us. We're sort of passive in this whole experience. So, we're starting to build a really varied picture of how artists are using love and hate in their work. And then the third video I asked you to look at was She Keeps Me Warm, and this is Seattle's own Mary Lambert. She's probably most famous for her work with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis on the song Same Love, and this song came out shortly after, maybe about 6 months after She Keeps Me Warm, and it showcases her skills as a spoken word artist as well as a singer-songwriter. So she has some pretty nice wordplay in there. She's been nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. And in terms of the metaphors, these are quite different from the two that we looked at earlier. The ones I want to call your attention to are She Says I Smell Like Safety and Home, and She Keeps Me Warm. So love is really safe. It is home. It is familiar. It is comfort. It is being kept warm. So, in summary, I just wanted to articulate, as I'll do a few times this semester, that popular music artists often use their music to try to articulate complex emotions like love and hate. We use music in our day-to-day lives to bring meaning to these complex things. We've all had, this is our song, or you have a breakup song, or maybe a playlist of love songs or hate songs. So this is something we incorporate into our daily lives. And one of the most effective ways that music and video articulate love and hate is through metaphor and imagery. And just in these few examples, we've seen paralysis, horror, hallucination, violence, pain, joy, criminality, luck, safety, home, warmth, and these are just a few. So as you go about the semester, I'd like you to be thinking about what are the many metaphors and images that you associate with love and hate.